The average American millionaire does not have one income stream. Not two. 7. You have one. And that one stream has a ceiling that no raise will ever break. If you have ever felt like no matter how hard you work, the number in your account barely moves, this video is not about working harder. It is about why one stream was never going to be enough. Today we run the real dollar math on 5 income streams. What each one actually earns. What it costs to start. And which ones the data shows actually build wealth for normal Americans, not just people who already had money. No fluff. Just the numbers. Here is the one rule that explains almost everything in this video, so remember it. A salary trades your time for money, once. Every other income stream breaks that trade. The entire gap between the wealthy and everyone else is not talent. It is not luck. It is how many times the same dollar, or the same hour, gets paid. Keep that in your head. We are going to come back to it 5 more times before this video ends. Most of us were handed the same advice growing up. Work hard. Get raises. Build savings. Retire eventually. Nobody told you that advice has a hidden flaw baked into it. A salary is the most expensive way to earn money that exists. It gets taxed first before you ever touch it. It is capped by the number of hours in your day. And it stops completely the moment you stop showing up. There is a name for what happens when your entire financial life depends on one paycheck. We call it the one-stream trap. It is the moment you realize your rent, your groceries, your kids' future, all of it, depends on one decision made by someone who is not you. Here is the data behind that fear. IRS income data consistently shows that wage earners carry the highest effective tax burden of any income type in America, once you count federal income tax and payroll tax together. Dividend income, rental income, business profit. All taxed differently. All taxed lighter. Your paycheck gets hit first and hardest. I know what you are thinking right now. I do not have capital to start other streams. Stay with me. The math on stream 1 is going to change that assumption completely. Meet Dana and Marcus. Both 34 years old. Both starting at the exact same salary, $72,000 a year. Dana does everything right by the old rulebook. She works harder every single year. She earns her raises. After 10 years, she is at $85,000, and she feels proud of that climb. Marcus starts at the same $72,000. But somewhere around year 1, he makes one decision Dana does not make. He spends the next several years systematically building income streams alongside his salary, not instead of it. By year 10, Dana has one stream, sitting at $85,000. Marcus has his original salary plus 4 additional streams running underneath it. Same starting point. Same decade. 2 completely different financial realities. We will do the full math in Act 5. Let's start with the stream everyone already has. The average American full-time worker earns around $64,220 a year, based on the latest 2026 labor data. Here is the part that stings. Roughly 28 to 32 cents of every dollar you earn from a salary goes to taxes before it ever reaches your bank account, once you combine federal tax and payroll tax. And your income has a hard ceiling. It is capped by the hours in your day, and by someone else's budget approval, not by your effort. Run the math forward. $72,000 a year, growing at 3% annually through raises, becomes about $96,000 after 10 years. That is it. Linear. Predictable. Capped. Stream 2 is the one that pays you to simply wait. It means owning shares in companies that distribute a slice of their profits to shareholders, usually every quarter. Here is the tax advantage nobody tells you about. Qualified dividends are taxed at 0 to 20%, far below what your salary gets taxed at. Run the numbers. $10,000 invested in a dividend-paying index, averaging a 3% yield, throws off around $300 a year in passive income. Reinvest that for 20 years at a 10% total return, and that $10,000 seed grows to roughly $67,000. Who can start this stream? Anyone with an existing brokerage account. Zero new skills required. Honest caveat: dividends are not guaranteed. Companies can cut them without warning, and chasing the highest yield you can find is a common and expensive mistake. Stream 3 uses other people's money to build your net worth. You own property, tenants pay the mortgage, and the asset appreciates underneath them. Here is the leverage math that makes this stream powerful. $50,000 down can control a $250,000 asset. A 3% appreciation year happens on the full $250,000, not just your $50,000 down payment. That is $7,500 a year on a $50,000 investment. On top of appreciation, the average U.S. rental property nets between $1,200 and $1,800 a month after expenses, as of 2026. Honest caveat: roof repairs, vacant months, property taxes, a bad tenant. The seductive math hides real costs, and leverage cuts both ways when the market turns. If $50,000 feels out of reach, house hacking is the entry point. Rent out one room, or one unit, in the home you already live in, and let a tenant offset your own mortgage. Stream 4 is the one the data says matters most. Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finance's data shows nearly half of families in the top 10% of net worth own business equity, the highest share of any wealth tier measured. Here is what that actually means for you. You do not need to build the next Amazon. A small service business, a freelance practice, a local operation with one employee, all of it counts. The math difference is the whole point. A salary pays you once per hour worked. A business pays you on every dollar of revenue, whether you personally work that hour or not. Run the numbers. A service business netting $3,000 a month is $36,000 a year in additional income. Sold after 5 years at a 3 times revenue multiple, that business alone could be worth around $108,000, on top of everything it already paid you. Honest caveat: most small businesses do not survive 5 years. This stream carries the most risk and the most reward, and it is not the right move for everyone at every stage. Stream 5 breaks the time equation completely. It is income that does not require your direct time for every dollar earned. Online courses, licensing, templates, content, software. Here is why it is different from every stream before it. A salary pays you once per hour. A digital product sells at 2 in the morning while you are asleep. The average successful online course creator earns between $1,000 and $5,000 a month after roughly 12 months of building. A single digital template can sell hundreds of times with zero extra work per sale. The entry cost is close to zero. A skill you already have, documented once, and sold repeatedly. Honest caveat: most digital products earn nothing at all. This stream needs an existing skill, an existing audience, or serious marketing effort. It is not passive on day one. Back to Dana and Marcus. Let's watch the same decade unfold 2 completely different ways. Dana, 1 stream, maximum effort. Year 1, $72,000. Year 5, $81,000, after steady raises. Year 10, $96,000. Her entire income still depends on one employer's decision. Saving 20% of that and investing it, Dana's net worth at year 10 sits at roughly $180,000. Marcus, same starting salary, 4 additional streams built over the decade. Year 1, $72,000 only, identical to Dana. Year 3, salary plus $400 a month in dividend income from consistent investing. Year 5, salary plus dividends plus $800 a month in rental income from one property. Year 7, salary plus dividends plus rental plus $1,200 a month from a small service business. Year 10, salary plus 4 streams combined, totaling around $118,000 in annual income. Marcus's net worth at year 10. approximately $390,000. The gap between Dana and Marcus, $210,000. From the same starting salary. The same decade. One strategic difference. Let's be fair to Dana for a second, because one stream is not laziness. It is what most of us were taught by school, by parents, by an entire culture. Get a good job. Work hard. Earn your raises. That advice built the American middle class for 40 years, and honestly, it still works. It just does not work all the way to financial freedom, and that is a very different claim than saying it does not work at all. The wealth metrics is not telling you your salary is wrong. We are telling you it was never designed to be the whole answer. So where do you actually start? 4 steps in order. Step 1. Map your current streams. Most people have exactly one. Write it down on paper. See it clearly, without judgment. Step 2. Pick your next stream based on the capital you actually have right now. Under $1,000, start with digital income. $1,000 to $10,000, start with dividends. $10,000 to $50,000, house hacking opens the door to rental income. $50,000 or more, business equity or a full rental property both become realistic options. Step 3. Do not build all 5 at once. One new stream every 18 to 24 months. The goal is not speed. The goal is permanence. Step 4, and this one matters most. Protect Stream 1 while you build Stream 2. Never risk your salary to fund a side income. Your salary is the fuel. The other streams are the engine you are building around it. Back to Dana and Marcus, one last time, at year 10. Dana actually earned more per hour than Marcus back in year 1. That part is true. But Marcus earns more total by year 10. The difference was never talent. It was never starting capital. It was never luck. It was one decision. The decision to stop treating a single stream as the whole plan. The wealth metrics rule is simple. Your salary is where you start. It was never where you were supposed to finish. If you are done being one decision away from broke, subscribe, and let's build the other streams together, one video at a time.